Hey guys, it's FaceTagged MUA, and I am so excited to be back up on YouTube. It may seem like this is my first video because that is all that it shows. However, this is not my first YouTube video. I actually took all my YouTube videos down just because I was finding more success with my makeup artistry on my Instagram page and through other forms of social media. But with that, let's jump right into the tutorial. Alright guys, so first we're going to start off by making the prosthetic with this face mold and some air dry modeling clay. Now I'm just thinning this air dry modeling clay out towards the ends, as well as around towards the eyes and down on the nose, and adding little bits and pieces to make it bigger and thicker towards the places I want it to be and thinner towards the outside of the prosthetic. I didn't show all of this on camera because it was a very tedious process to smooth out all the edges and get the shape of an elephant trunk that I wanted. Now the finished product of the elephant trunk was kind of like a flower. That's what I was going for. I was going for a trunk that kind of looked like a flower towards the end, like a flower sproutlet. You will see why towards the end. Now I'm going to go back in with some latex. I'm going to take my latex and I'm going to do a thin layer of latex right over the prosthetic. Now I didn't make my ridges in the elephant trunk too thick because I didn't want the latex to rip when I went to take it off. Now you do want to cover all of the surface area of the prosthetic. You want to make sure you get all of the surface area and thin it out towards the ends, because when you put it on your face you want it to match up with your skin as well as possible. Now you want to wait till the layer of latex has dried, and then you are welcome to start your next layer. Now I did about 5 or 6 layers of latex just because I wanted my prosthetic to be super strong, and it needed to be super strong because the nose is a quite difficult place to put a prosthetic because every nose is shaped differently, and when you actually get the prosthetic on the nose, it's quite difficult to get it to stay there. Now right here you can see a time lapse of the color of the latex drying and how the color changes over that drying time. To know that your latex is dry, it goes a little bit yellow. It's like a slight yellow tint to the latex, and that's how you know that it's dry and it's good to start another layer of that latex. It goes on white and dries more of a yellow color. Now here I'm going to start taking off the latex. I'm taking my scalpel and prying up the edges gently, and then using a mix of my fingers, that scalpel, and some translucent powder to pull that up carefully. I want to use the baby powder or translucent powder. That way the prosthetic is not going to stick together, because sometimes latex can be tricky. Sometimes latex will stick to itself. So you want to make sure that you use plenty of powder so it doesn't do that. As well as towards the end, I wanted the air dry modeling clay and the sproutlet flower at the end to stay in there to hold its shape, so I was very, very careful at the end to pull that off gently. Now we're going to start the actual application. First I took some spear gum and applied it all over my face, waited until it was tacky, and then applied the prosthetic right on my face. Now as you can see here, it took a little bit of maneuvering to get it perfectly the dimension that I wanted it to be, as well as I went back with some scissors and cut off the end because I decided I didn't want it there. Then I'm just taking some latex and I'm going to apply this prosthetic, the edge of the prosthetic. That way it smooths out towards the end onto my face, so it matches better with my face and it's not just a stark contrast of the prosthetic to my face. Now I'm taking some primer and then some foundation and putting the foundation as well on the prosthetic using a flat brush. That way I can get it more precise and the color matches better. Now I'm taking some translucent powder and I'm just setting my face with. I'm taking a transition shade, it's more of a brown mauve color, right into the crease of my eye, and then I'm taking a red shadow right over that, making sure to blend out towards the edges, and then adding pigment back in where I need the pigment to be. Now I'm taking that same brownish reddish color and putting it right on the nose, right where that split is between my actual face and where the start of the prosthetic is, and then I'm adding some black sporadically on the edges of the nose and towards the inner eye corners, as well as right above the middle of the eyebrows, and I'm blending that out towards the edges. Now I'm going to make a rounded shape right above my eyebrows, connecting my eyebrows with the black that I'm using, and I'm using it's just a standard black, it's a matte black eyeshadow. Then I'm taking that brown once again, and I'm going to thin out or blend out rather the edges. Then I'm taking some contour right here, and instead of blending the contour where I normally would up on my forehead, I'm going to blend it towards my eyebrows. Then I'm taking the black again and blending that out. Now I'm taking that red eyeshadow again and blending that out to match up with the contour that I just did. I'm going to be doing a cut crease eye, and I'm just using a concealer to do the cut crease, and a flat brush. I did use the lightest shade concealer because now I'm going back with a silver, and I'm putting that right over the top of that concealer. Next, I'm going to apply a spirit gum all over my nose, and while I'm waiting for that to be tacky, I'm going to apply a highlight to my cheekbones and my ears for that extra pop. Now I'm going to be using a black body paint to do the seeds on the end of the flower sproutlet of the trunk. And after I do that, I'm going to use the same concealer that I use for my eyes and put it towards the end of my eyelashes. I did only put it towards the end because I wanted my eyelashes to look like dead grass, kind of have that natural root look. Next, I'm going to be making a pattern using geometrical shapes, using that same concealer to trace on my forehead, because all of the festival looks are all about that whimsical geometrical shape. Next, I'm going to be using a green eyeshadow to fill in that tracing that I made of the circles, and then going back in with a darker green pigment to get that color payoff that I want. Then I'm going to be filling in the flower petals that I traced with that concealer with a purple pigment, similar to that of the petals that I have applied with the spirit gum onto my nose. Then, after I do that, I'm going to be using the same green pigment that I did the circles with to make the outline of the flowers. This just gives it some dimension. I didn't want to add too much dimension because I did want this look to be more cartoony, as it is a festival look, and I wanted it to be more whimsical. Now, this look was totally random. I got the idea from the elephant tapestry I have hanging up in my room. It's very colorful and very whimsical, so I got the idea of the festival looks, which is very popular to do right now, with a mix of an elephant that I had hanging on my tapestry on my wall. Alright, you guys, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel as well. And you can go follow me on Snapchat and Instagram. I usually use Instagram as my main form of media, so if you want to go follow me on there, that would be great too. If you have any makeup suggestions, or if there's any look that you want to see me try to do, I can definitely attempt that for you. I cannot promise that I can do everything, but I can definitely attempt for you, as well as I should have another video on my channel very, very soon. And I really hope you guys enjoy this as much as I do. I thought it was fun, I thought it was funky, I thought it was different. Thanks again so much for watching, and I will see you again in my next video.